Welcome to a new deep dive from AI Unraveled. This is the show created and produced by Etienne Newman, who's a senior engineer and a passionate soccer dad up in Canada. If you're finding these insights valuable, please do take a moment to like and subscribe wherever you get your audio. It really helps. So today we're zeroing in on the very latest advancements, the real-world impacts of artificial intelligence, basically what's hitting the AI news right now.
Right, and if you're looking to get up to speed quickly but thoroughly, this is the place.
Yeah, we've basically gone through a whole stack of articles, research papers, covering new models, how they're being used, practical applications, findings, all that stuff.
And the mission really is to pull out the key nuggets so you can stay informed without, drowning in all the information.
Exactly. We're looking at the cutting edge, new models, actual usage trends, some really compelling real-world stuff.
Yeah, we'll also touch on some challenges, some novel approaches, too. Think of it as your curated look at what matters in AI right now.
Okay, let's unpack this. And software development seems like a huge area right now. Windsurf just launched their own AI model family, SWE1.
That's right. And what's interesting is it's not just like for code snippets. They're aiming it at the entire software development lifecycle.
The whole thing.
Yeah, the whole thing. They want this really integrated experience for developers. They've got different sizes, full, elite, mini, so tailored for different needs, right?
Okay.
But this flow awareness system they're talking about sounds pretty innovative. It's supposed to understand what you're doing across your editor, terminal, browser.
So it has context.
Exactly. For more seamless collaboration, it could really change how software gets built, I think.
Right. The AI kind of gets the bigger picture. And the performance they're claiming internally, that sounds pretty strong.
It does. They're saying it's basically just behind the big frontier models like Claude 3.7 Sonnet, outperforming a lot of the other non-frontier and open ones.
That's a big claim. A real step forward for practical AI help for devs.
Yeah, and it fits this trend, right? Moving from general assistance to these specialized tools for specific workflows.
And it's not just Windsurf. OpenAI's properly in the game now with Codex and ChatGPT.
Right, for their pro, team, and enterprise users, it's billed as a sophisticated AI software engineering agent.
Powered by a special model.
Yeah.
Codex 1.
Yeah, think of it as the next step, specifically trained on code. And the capabilities list is, well, it's long.
Like what?
Writing new features, answering code questions, debugging running tests. It can even propose pull requests.
Wow. And it does this safely.
Apparently so. It runs in a secure sandbox environment, and you can preload it with your code from GitHub and places like that.
So it's like an AI pair programmer almost, handling a lot of the cycle.
Pretty much. It could really boost productivity.
It's interesting seeing both dedicated players like Windsurf and giants like OpenAI pushing hard here.
And the pace isn't slowing. You mentioned U.com claiming their ARI platform beats OpenAI's deep research.
And rolling out enterprise features.
Plus, Salesforce grabbed Convergence AI, an agent startup, for their agent force.
Right.
And Manus AI is adding image generation to its agents. Agents are definitely a big theme.
It feels like it. These agents seem poised to really change how we work, especially in tech fields.
Absolutely. And speaking of mastering new skills in tech, if you're looking to level up your own expertise, maybe in cloud, cybersecurity, finance, business, or healthcare, you should check out JamGet Tech. It's an AI-powered app created by Etienne Newman, actually. It helps you master and ace over 50 different in-demand certifications.
How does it do that?
With performance-based questions, quizzes, flashcards, labs, simulations, really comprehensive stuff.
Okay, good tip. Now, switching gears a bit, which models are actually getting used out there? The post-spring 2025 usage trends report had some insights.
It really did. What jumped out at me was how fast people adopted the newer models.
Like GPT 4.1.
Yeah, and Gemini 2.5 Pro. They grabbed a big chunk of message share really quickly after launch. Shows users are eager for more capable models.
But didn't Claude's usage drop?
It did, according to the report, during that same period. Could be limitations, could just be the competition heating up. Hard to say for sure.
Interesting dynamic. And it wasn't just general chat, right? Reasoning models saw more use.
A significant jump, yeah. Gemini 2.5 Pro seemed to be a favorite there. People are definitely looking for AI that can handle more complex, logical stuff.
What about images and audio?
Well, in image generation, GPT Image 1 was making waves, challenging the existing leaders, and for video, China's Kling family had a strong start. Audio. 11 Labs still seems dominant there.
So the Poe report gives that real-world view beyond just benchmarks.
Yeah.
Shows what's actually sticking.
Exactly. It highlights how dynamic adoption is. But, as a counterpoint, Meta reportedly delayed Llama 4 again.
Their behemoth model. Why?
Sounds like capability concerns, maybe not a big enough leap. And also challenges in training. It suggests pushing the absolute frontier is getting tougher.
Right, even for Meta. Progress isn't always linear. Okay, let's look at some practical applications now. This Zapier integration for legal document analysis sounds useful.
Oh, definitely. It's a great example of automating those, time-consuming tasks, freeing up lawyers for harder stuff.
So Zapier connects AI like ChatGPT or Claude to other apps.
Right. You set up these workflows, they call them zaps, take a doc, send it to the AI for summarizing, pulling out key info, identifying clauses, whatever you need.
And then sends the result somewhere else, like email.
Exactly. Or case management systems. It makes AI analysis accessible, integrated into their daily tools. Big potential time saver.
Yeah, I can see that. And then there's this world's first AI doctor clinic in Saudi Arabia. That sounds futuristic.
It really does. It's using an AI called Dr. Hua for initial diagnoses and treatment plans, starting with respiratory illnesses. They plan to expand to maybe 50 conditions.
But a human doctor is still involved, right?
Absolutely critical point, yes.
Yeah.
A human physician reviews and approves everything, and they're available for emergencies.
So it's more like AI assistance in the clinic, not full replacement.
Precisely. It's an exploration of how AI can help, maybe improve access. But that human oversight is key for safety and trust, especially initially.
Makes sense. And still in healthcare, this face age tool, using photos to estimate biological age. That's fascinating.
Isn't it? From Mass General Brigham, using facial photos, something so accessible.
And it can predict health outcomes.
Yeah, a study in the Lancet Digital Health found it was a predictor of survival in cancer patients, and it might help refine short-term predictions in palliative care.
Wow. Using visual data for non-invasive health assessment, that could lead to more personalized treatment.
That's the potential, yeah, using AI to find these subtle biomarkers.
And OpenAI is trying to help standardize things here with HealthBench.
Right, an open-source benchmark to evaluate LLMs for healthcare, developed with input from hundreds of doctors.
Why is that needed?
To measure performance, safety, reliability, using realistic examples. It's about building confidence and ensuring these tools are actually suitable and beneficial in a clinical setting, a really important step.
Definitely need rigor in healthcare. Okay, one more practical one. YingLong for weather forecasting.
Yeah, this one's cool because it focuses on local weather. High resolution, like 3 kilometers.
And it's faster than traditional models.
Significantly faster, apparently. It uses high-res hourly data, and it's supposed to be particularly good at predicting wind.
Which is crucial for storms and planning.
Exactly. Helping cities, agencies respond better. It seems to cleverly combine local data with insights from a global AI model for efficiency.
So bringing AI down to that granular local level, lots of potential there.
For sure. But it's not all smooth sailing. We also need to talk about challenges.
Like LLMs getting lost in long conversations. I think we've all seen that happen.
Right. There's research now showing performance does decrease in multi-turn dialogues, even for top models like GPT-4.
You just lose the thread.
Kind of. They tend to make assumptions too early, struggle with context, have trouble recovering if they misunderstand something, makes them less reliable for complex back and forth.
And tweaking settings doesn't fix it.
Apparently not significantly. Neither temperature changes nor using reasoning models really cracked the multi-turn consistency issue. It points to a deeper challenge for current LLMs.
Yeah. And that reliability issue hit home with that Anthropic lawyer incident, didn't it?
Oh, yeah. Claude AI hallucinating a legal citation in a court document, that's a big deal.
It made up a case title. And authors.
Yep. And it slipped past manual review. It really highlights the risks of relying on current AI for high-stakes, factual tasks like legal research. Human verification is just non-negotiable.
Absolutely. We also saw XAI dealing with Grok's controversial post.
Right. They claimed it was due to an unauthorized modification of the system prompt on X.
Someone messed with its instructions.
That's the claim. It shows how vulnerable these chatbots can be to prompt manipulation. XAI reversed it. They're publishing system prompts now for transparency, setting up monitoring.
But it underlines the challenge of real-time moderation and control.
Definitely. And just quickly, there was also news about the U.S. Treasury looking into Benchmark's investment in Manus AI and Intelligent Internet, releasing a small local medical model called AI Medical 9B.
Okay, so amidst the challenges, are there new approaches emerging? What about Sakana AI's continuous thought machines? That sounds different.
It does. CTMs, the idea is they reason step by step over a timeline they generate themselves, trying to mimic biological brains more closely.
Instead of just instant output.
Exactly. Most current AI makes decisions almost instantaneously. This is about a more iterative, sequential process.
What's the potential benefit?
Maybe more flexible, adaptable AI. Systems that are easier to understand, more interpretable, capable of more nuanced reasoning. It's a fundamental architectural shift.
Interesting. So like thinking through a problem rather than just spitting out an answer.
Kinda, yeah. It could address some limitations we see now.
And on a more immediate practical note, AI is also changing how we handle video, right?
Massively. Automating transcription, summarization, finding key moments, converting scripts to text.
So you can get more out of your video library.
Totally. Unlocking the value, saving huge amounts of time and effort, making content more versatile for different platforms, turning one video into many assets.
That's a really powerful enabler for creators and businesses.
It really is. By the way, if all this AI talk has you thinking about deepening your own understanding, maybe getting certified in some key tech areas, don't forget JamGatTech, that AI-powered platform Etienne Newman built. It's designed specifically for mastering those in-demand certs. Cloud, cybersecurity, finance, business, healthcare.
With practice questions and labs you mentioned.
Yeah, performance-based questions, quizzes, flashcards, labs, simulations. It's a really solid tool for learning and getting certified.
Good reminder. Okay, so let's try and wrap this deep dive up. We've covered a lot.
We really have. From specialized AI for developers like SWE1 and Codex,
To those fascinating, if early, applications in healthcare, like the AI doctor clinic and FaceAge.
and the real-world usage trends from Poe, showing what's popular right now, plus that YingLong weather model.
But also the challenges, right? LLMs struggling with long conversations, the need for accuracy shown by the Claude incident, the Grok prompt issue.
Exactly. And then novel ideas like continuous thought machines trying to push things forward architecturally. It's a really dynamic field.
Progress is rapid, but challenges remain. Pushing the boundaries, like with Llama 4, isn't easy. And deploying AI responsibly, especially in areas like healthcare and law, needs careful thought and strong benchmarks.
Absolutely. The pace is just incredible.
So I guess the final thought for you, the listener, is considering this speed, this integration of AI everywhere, how much more essential does continuous learning and critical evaluation become? Just to stay informed and navigate what's coming.
Yeah, and maybe think about which of these developments we talked about feels like it could have the biggest impact on your field, your work, or just your daily life.
Definitely something to chew on. That was our deep dive for today. We really hope you found these insights valuable. Remember to like and subscribe to AI Unraveled for more explorations into the fascinating world of artificial intelligence.